What's good, y'all? Hope everyone's doing all right on this old Saturday early evening. Um, yeah. So I got a little side project going on here at the house I'm staying at, and I am clearing an area to build a really big raised bed to match kind of the one that they already got. And I put some work into that today, so I'm feeling kind of happily drained. You know what I mean? Like, you know what they say: idle hands are the devil's playground, or I don't know, whatever. But I'm staying busy and stuff. It's great to be afforded this opportunity too. Like, because I need all the work I can get, pretty much. I'm trying to save some money and eventually get me and Kate's place. And yeah, so taking every opportunity I can to squirrel away a few bucks, and it's better than going out and blowing a bunch of money, seeing the sights in Portland. Besides, we pretty much already done all that stuff. Like, I'll probably take Kate to the zoo a few times this summer, but we found a really cool park called Forest Park. It's really big, and it's got lots of walking trails and stuff. And Kate and I go walking there. Now that I've got a better idea what our schedule is going to be, we can actually schedule concrete times to go spend a couple hours in Forest Park a couple times a week or 3 times a week or something like that. But it's good to get out and get some exercise and stuff. Yeah, I've lost about 20 pounds since splitting up with my ex, so that's pretty cool. And staying busy and stuff, I'm not actively trying to lose weight right now or anything, but I'll take what I can get. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not tripping. Yeah, I think staying busy and not leading a lazy life, as I like to call it, and not just lazy, just being in new circumstances where I don't feel like I'm trapped in my own house. I mean, that's pretty fucking awesome. And I think getting out and being active and doing things has been clutch in recovering from that. Like I was legit a prisoner in my own house, and the only time I got out was to grocery shop or do laundry or something like that. And it's nice being away from that now. It's nice having, the decisions in my hands, and Cage's hands. And it's nice, doing this on my own. Like, I'm not, heavily relying on a partner anymore. Like, I'm making my own wage now. I'm making my own living. I'm a functioning and contributing member of the proletariat now. I mean, I was before, because just because you don't get a wage doesn't mean you're not a worker. You know what I mean? Kind of makes you a slave. So, I'm glad I'm away from that now. And, I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals who, they don't bullshit. They practice what they preach. And it's a refreshing change. Like, I'm just waiting, like, probably the next day or two. I'm sure there's going to be more BLM stuff blowing up all over the country. So, I think my next move is getting a hold of an org to get up with and start doing some work. Yeah, it's fulfilling. Actually getting up and doing something, not wasting my whole day playing video games every day and cooking and cleaning and shit. Don't get me wrong, I still cook and clean, but it's not my whole life anymore. I still go to the store. I still go to put gas in the car. I still, do all of that stuff, but it's not at somebody else's beck and call anymore. And it feels like independence. And while, yeah, it's a lot harder, like, it's a lot more demanding of my time and attention, and it's not something I can just do, absentmindedly. Like, I've got to focus on what I'm building right now. And that's been, clutch in me being so successful just in, it's coming up on 4 weeks I've been here. On Tuesday, it'll be 4 weeks. And, I've already got a full-time gig. I've got Cajun school. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. I got us on Oregon insurance now so we can get doctors, and which will be good because I'm almost out of my Adderall. So I can go without, I guess, but it's gonna suck. So it's whatever. You got to do what you got to do under capitalism. And that's the sad part, is like, no matter what I do, no matter where I go, I'm still a fucking wage slave. I'm still a victim of capitalism. And it doesn't matter how much you polish a turd, it's still a big piece of shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's shitty. Like, we're beyond reform. We've been trying to reform a system that has been working exactly how it's designed to work for hundreds of years now. And reform is not it anymore. We have to abolish it, and we have to start something new. And by new, I mean old, in the sense that the ideas of communism have been around for centuries. It was only put into words and practice, in the mid 19th century. So, like there's entire societies and cultures dating back thousands of years that practice a form of socialism or communism, and that's breaking it down to its barest form. And it's a community taking care of each other, making sure everybody needs for nothing and everybody wants for nothing. Like, that's the thing. Everybody's got this like whole horrible concept of communism being like bread lines and all this bullshit that Red Scare propaganda over the last 70 years has been turning up. And it's just simply not true. Like, you're still going to be an individual. You're still free to pursue the things you like to do. You're much freer, in fact, because you don't have to worry about healthcare. You don't have to worry about, basic human necessities like groceries or power or, yes, internet even. That should be a public thing too. I don't know. I am just a radicalized communist trans chick trying to survive in the world. And all I can do is offer my observations and maybe help inform some of y'all. And, hopefully radicalize some of y'all. Because I know there's a fuck ton of liberals who follow me. And y'all know damn well what my opinion on liberals are. And, maybe as you, continue to follow me, you're going to see that maybe it's just not some, some kind of fucking blood war I got going on with capitalism. But, like, when it breaks down to everything, capitalism is the problem. Capitalism is the root of everything that is wrong with the world. And, your two-party democracy, you could be the most woke liberal in the world, but you're still pushing imperialism. You're still pushing for, the Bidens and the Obamas to bomb the shit out of the Middle East. And you're still pushing for the fucking, the Clintons who, you turn a blind eye to some highly problematic shit, or whatever the case may be. But bottom line is, you're following me for a reason. So that's step one right there. Congratulations, you're already kind of lightweight radicalized. If you're following me, whether or not it's to argue with me or to agree with me or to get educated or whatever the case may be, if you're following me, you're about halfway radicalized at this point. And, that's the thing, is like, and I can't say all of us on the left, because the left is fractured, and there's a lot of dicks and horrible people on the left, you know, and a great deal of them have a lot of clout and a lot of sway. You know what I mean? Like Vaush is one that I think of right off the top. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I mean, Vaush is just a putz. You can tell him I said that, too. If you know the motherfucker or interact with him, please tell him I said he's a putz. He's a very attractive putz, but he's a putz nonetheless. But, you know, like clearly you liberals are following me for a reason, and it's not to hear me badmouth your political views and your political leanings and your political standings. If you look within yourself, you know that the two-party system is extremely flawed, and that we need something different, you know? And unfortunately, no matter how much you want to be centrist and reach across the aisle and squash beef with people who would, you know, just as soon see you dead than affect their fucking bottom line, you know, why don't you realize that if you're not on our side when shit pops off, then it's just going to be bad for everybody. You know, like, I mean, it's sad that centrists and liberals can't differentiate between anti-fascism and almost literal fascism. You know, like, I mean, if you were appalled by what happened on January 6th, but at the same time you're appalled by what happened all last summer, then best bet for you is to stay the fuck out the way, you know, and stop co-opting real intersectional leftists and their movements. Stop hashtag BLMing. Stop trans lives mattering. Stop whatever flavor of the week I'd pull you're trying to hijack, and just stop it. And just say, you know, instead of posting positive shit about BLM, which in and of itself is just a fucking fake ass move, why don't you just post the truth and say, like, I really don't care as long as the status quo doesn't change, because none of this shit really affects me. Because that's what you're really saying with your complacency and your centrism, you know? Like, I'm sorry, like, Antifa's out there fighting literal Nazis, and y'all can't see the difference between the literal Nazis and the anti-fascists. Like, I don't know. But, you know, I'm not here to badmouth you or anything like that. If you're a liberal and you follow me, you're here for a reason, and your ass is halfway radicalized by now. You know, one thing you can't argue with is the fact of the matter that things have to change in this country. And while I am of the school of thought that it should change in a violent and glorious revolution, you know, many of my colleagues are of the thought that, you know, violence isn't needed, but revolution is. And at this point, you know, like Lenin said it, Marx said it, like they all said it, that revolution is necessary. Violence is necessary in revolution. Like, some billionaires need to lose their heads, like, for real, and some police officers need to be put against the wall. And you know, you can argue with me about it all you want, but bottom line is, if you love cops, you are not a leftist. If you love cops, you're not even fucking left of center. You're a fucking you're lightweight right, you know. But you know, it's grown beyond left and right at this point. You know, at this point, you know, if we don't pull together as a global community and do something about climate change, the whole point's going to be moot in 50 years, because most of us will be dead, you know, and, or at least well on our way to it. And, you know, like, that's the thing, you know, the liberals are just as on board with fracking and fossil fuel and, you know, pretty much anywhere else. And, you know, like they're on the same exact side as the conservatives. And, you know, it's like, you know, it's conservatism and woke conservatism, you know, like woke imperialism, you know. That drone pilot is trans, and that bomb that trans drone pilot is dropping has a BLM bumper sticker on it. But it's still getting dropped on brown kids in Syria or Libya or, you know, wherever the case may be. But anyway, I digress. I have taken almost 16 minutes of y'all's time. If you stayed and watched the whole thing, congratulations, you're a winner. You win my wonderful smile. Anyway, y'all, solidarity, comrades. I know they keep moving the goalposts, but we got to keep going at it. Because when they get us to the point where we get tired of fighting and we stop, that's when they got us whooped. So, anyway, much love, comrades. Take care.